Have you ever considered the sway words hold over our lives? How they frame our world, steer our choices, and occasionally dictate our destinies? If so, you've landed in correct place. Today, we embark on an insightful voyage through the realm of law and language. Have you ever thought about the influence of language in legal proceedings? How a single term can steer the course of a court judgment? In this segment, we delve into the profound effect of words in shaping legal realities. Imagine a courtroom, a judge, a lawyer, and a defendant. The lawyer, using a series of legal terms, constructs a narrative. Each phrase and sentence is a tactical decision, meticulously chosen to form the case's reality. The law is not just about facts and evidence. It also encompasses interpretation, persuasion, and storytelling. The phrases used in a legal context carry a weight beyond their dictionary definitions. They can tip the scales of justice, alter the course of a dispute, and even shape the law itself. In law, words are not merely symbols or sounds. They are the building blocks of legal reasoning, the tools of advocacy. The right word can make a difference between guilt and innocence, between victory and defeat. But it's not just about the words themselves. It's about the context, the interpretation, and the understanding. It's about the interaction between language and law, between phrases and meanings, between texts and contexts. Let us remember, words are not just symbols. They are powerful tools. And in the realm of law, they carry the weight of justice. In this new segment, we're going to explore the intriguing sphere of legal lexicon. Have you ever heard the phrase juris non excusat, or ignorance of the law excuses no one? These Latin phrases offer a sneak peek into the intricate and complex language of law. Legal language is filled with Latin phrases, legal jargon, and unique syntactical structures, rendering it almost like an entirely different language. It's a language that is precise and meticulous, yet it can also be ambiguous and open to interpretation. Such language, as we have seen, plays a pivotal role in shaping legal reasoning and determining legal outcomes. But the question arises, how do we decipher this language? How do we understand the meanings hidden behind these complex phrases and terms? This is where the art of legal interpretation comes into play. Legal interpretation is not just about understanding the words. It's about understanding the context, the history, and the principles behind the law. About comprehending the spirit of the law, not just the letter of the law. About navigating the labyrinth of legal language, finding the balance between certainty and flexibility, and striving for clarity amidst ambiguity. In this segment, we'll explore the complexities of legal language, the challenges of legal interpretation, and the strategies for decoding the legal lexicon. Understanding the difference between mens rea and actus reus to interpreting the nuances of stare decisis, we'll delve into the heart of legal language and its role in shaping the law. Fasten your seatbelts and get ready for an adventurous exploration into the legal lexicon. In this section, we're going to embark on a journey to explore the pursuit of clarity and certainty in legal interpretation, a fascinating phenomenon we call legal determinacy. This principle is the cornerstone of law, guiding the interpretation of legal texts. Imagine a world where every legal text, statute, contract, and judicial opinion had a clear, unambiguous, and determinate meaning. There would be no room for confusion, disputes, or litigation. But alas, we live in a world where language is inherently ambiguous and open to interpretation. So how do we achieve legal? The answer lies in the art and science of legal interpretation, a multifaceted process. It involves understanding the semantics of legal texts, the syntax of legal language, and the pragmatics of legal communication. This process is not about interpreting just the words, but the context, the intent, and the spirit of the law. It involves balancing the need for certainty with the need for flexibility, the need for objectivity with the need for subjectivity, and the need for literal with the need for purposive interpretation. Achieving legal determinacy is a complex process that requires a deep understanding of the language, the law, and the principles of legal interpretation. It's a process that is influenced by different schools of thought and different theories of interpretation. Despite these challenges, legal determinacy is worth pursuing. It drives the evolution of law, the development of legal theory, and the pursuit of justice. So join us as we delve deeper into this fascinating world, navigate the complexities of legal interpretation, and strive to unravel the mysteries of legal language. This lies at the heart of law, language, and determinacy. Diving further into law, language, and legal determinacy, Brian Bix's influential theories have faced critique. The focus on linguistic analysis and engagement with legal positivism is argued to come with certain limitations. Bix's analysis provides a detailed exploration of language's role in law, but has been criticized for its insular focus, with critics arguing that it tends to overlook other factors like societal norms, cultural context, and historical precedents on legal interpretation. The contention is that the law is more than just language. Its complex interplay of various social, political, and cultural factors. Legal positivism, with its clear and structured approach to law, has also been critiqued for its lack of flexibility and adaptability. Its perceived inability to account for the fluid and dynamic nature of law, which often requires adaptability to changing societal norms and values, is a sticking point. These insights highlight the complexity and multifaceted nature of legal interpretation. As we move forward, we'll keep these points of contention in mind, recalling that law, language, and legal determinacy is an evolving field requiring a nuanced and multifaceted approach. In the next section, we continue our exploration of legal language and its role in shaping the law. In the complex dance of semantics and law, we find a labyrinth of interpretation and struggle for certainty. At the heart of this matter lies a profound question. How does language the law? Imagine law as a grand narrative, a story written in a distinctive, intricate language. This language serves not just as a tool for communication, it is a framework that influences legal reasoning and affects outcomes of legal disputes. It's not everyday chatter, it's specialized. It demands precision, clarity, and determinacy, making interpretation a challenge. Consider legal texts, statutes, contracts, judicial opinions. Each word, phrase, even carries weight. So, how do we extract their meaning? Here's we embark on the journey of interpretation that is not a simple task. It a deep understanding of language, context, and law, and is influenced by different schools of thought. Legal positivism, for example, views law as a rule set created by humans, focusing on the literal meaning of the words. Linguistic skepticism questions the capacity of language to convey determinate meanings, leading to debates about the certainty and predictability of outcomes. Legal realism, meanwhile, emphasizes the role judges' personal beliefs and societal influences in interpreting the law. The ultimate aim of interpretation is to achieve objective and predictable decisions. But is it possible to achieve this goal? Can we find certainty amidst ambiguity? That's the essence of law, language, and legal determinacy. It's an exploration of the nature of law and the potential for achieving clarity in interpretation. In summary, law, language, and legal determinacy navigates the intricate relationship between the law and language, with a focus on the challenges of interpretation, the influence of language on reasoning, and the struggle for determinate outcomes. It's also a thought-provoking journey that challenges us to rethink understanding of law and the power of words. So, when you encounter a legal text or dispute, remember, language is not just a tool, it's a framework. Within this framework lies the power to influence decisions and determine outcomes. This has been a journey through law, language, and legal determinacy. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the power of words in the realm of law. As we further delve into the realm of law and language, we've shed light on the theories brought forth by Brian Bix. His theoretical models, their implications, strengths, and limitations have been a focal point of our journey. Yet, as with all concepts and perspectives, Bix's work has faced its fair share of critique. In order to stimulate intellectual discourse, we shift our focus towards understanding this critique in depth. The lens of critique often uncovers hidden aspects of a theory, enabling us to view the work from various angles, unravel its complexities, and spotlight its weaknesses. Several notable critiques of Bix's work invite our attention. Primarily, scholars have raised questions concerning Bix's approach to the connection between law and language. They claim his emphasis on linguistic dissection tends to undermine factors beyond language. According to these critics, legal interpretation is influenced by a range of elements, from the broader socio-political context to the discretion exercised by judges. For these critics, law isn't just a linguistic framework, but a woven tapestry of social dynamics, political ideologies, and individual subjectivities. They warn that a language-heavy approach risks simplifying the law into a mere game of words, hiding its intricate, multifaceted reality. Some express skepticism about the feasibility of achieving a definite legal meaning due to the ambiguous and fluid nature of language. This viewpoint challenges the foundation of Bix's work, questioning the belief that law can be explicitly encoded in language with definitive meanings. Bix's engagement with legal positivism, where he argues that legal can determine outcomes, has also been a subject of discussion. Critics suggest that this stance tends to overlook the complexities in legal interpretation and the influence of non-linguistic factors on legal decisions. They caution against oversimplifying the role of legal norms, highlighting the risk of ignoring the dynamic interplay of various factors in the judicial process. Critics also express that his work, while enlightening and valuable, may not fully consider alternative perspectives. They argue that it lacks acknowledgement of contributions from critical legal studies, feminist legal theory, and postmodern approaches to legal interpretation. They recommend a more inclusive approach, one that welcomes diverse schools of thought and challenges the dominant paradigms in legal theory. A final point of discussion regards Bix's work's alleged lack of practical utility. While it provides a rich theoretical understanding of the law, critics argue it does not provide practical solutions to the challenges faced by legal practitioners and policymakers. This critique underscores the common tension between theoretical discourse and practical application in academia. In conclusion, while Bix's theories have significantly contributed to our understanding of the relationship between language and law, they have also faced their share of critique. These critiques challenge us to think critically, consider alternative perspectives, and reflect on the practical implications of his work. They remind us that the journey through the labyrinth of law and language is complex and multifaceted, requiring us to engage with diverse perspectives and consider the practical realities of legal practice. Let's keep our critical lenses on as we continue this journey, always prepared to question, challenge, and explore.